when people are saying like, yeah, they build cities and like no one lives there. No, that's true.
No,
They
kind of.
build these huge cities.
Yeah.
Nobody lives in them.
I don't know if nobody lives in them, but you don't see a
No.
lot of people out on the streets.
No, John, like really no one lives in them. Like some of the sky rises were like 30 floors high. Nobody lived in the bottoms were vacant. We were in this little community where we actually did a lot of our filming because I was there for a movie. All the filming was done in this little city because there was no one there. They knew that we could drive through the cities, racing through it, like breaking windows, throwing people through. Like it was all state.
Who's fixing the windows?
It almost felt like it was Hollywood. I felt like it was like a city created.
Are you sure you didn't go through some gates that said Universal Studios?
No, not there. Not who knows? They've been known to replicate some stuff. So it was nice there though. It was like I had a good time. I spent probably a total a little over 6 months there doing 2 movies there, 3 months at a time. It was a little rough in the beginning because the first time I went, I was there when my son was just born. And so my wife's like, cool, you're going to leave me at home? I'm like, yeah you're on maternity leave, so you're all good. What am I going to do, breastfeed? I can't do it. So you're good. What am I going to do? At that point, right, your kid wants nothing to do with the male in the house. He's just like, that's it. He just wants the boob, which I don't blame him. That's all he wants.
That just shows he's an intelligent human being.
Intelligent young man. Got it from his father. Right. Hey guys, I want to first before we carry on, I want to remind you guys that this show is brought to you by BetUS. And thank you guys so much for continuing to listen to us. And BetUS has the best betting odds on the market. Go to YouTube 150. YouTube 150 is the promo code. If you guys are feeling lucky anytime we give you guys some betting advice, check out YouTube 150 at BetUS. Also, Element, John, show them the can, buddy. Show them the can. Element.
Oh.
Yes, stay salty, my friends.
Right there.
Use the link down below in the descriptions, and they will send you a bonus package with every purchase you guys use through our link every single time. Not just the first time, not the second time, not the third time. Every single time you purchase through that link in our descriptions. And I've had a lot of people actually hitting me up that are listeners of our show. You know, Amanda, our listener, and some other people that listen to our show as well. Some longtime fans. They have reached out and been like, hey, man, they're actually posting about it on Instagram. And they love the product. And I'm glad it's not just us loving the product. Like other people are loving it. It's a fantastic product, man. I really do it. No sugar at all like other companies have. And stay salty, my friend. And I want to also continue this partnership that we have with OnlyFans. Join us over there for more content, more posts, more content, more stuff available over there on OnlyFans. It is free to subscribe to us over there. So please join us over there. I had a good day today, man. So Kellen had some soccer. I played a little bit of a golf tournament with some people in the neighborhood.
Scrambles?
Had to drive some parents home that had a little bit too much to drink at the golf
tournament. Too much?
Yeah. So, but it was good. It was good. It was only dads in the community that were part of the tournament. Mm-hmm. But some of the dads were got a little tipsy. So I had to make sure we got them home safely. I don't know who they were either because it's the first time I ever met them. But when you take a look around the bar, and you realize that there's like you and like 6 other guys, and 3 of us came together and we're like more of the sober ones. And the other 3 drove themselves here. And we're like, yeah, maybe we should take you guys home. So we all ended up having to drive some of the other guys home. But hey, everyone got home safe. That's the best thing.
That's the best part of like Uber now and
Absolutely.
stuff.
Yeah, but
we'll take a chance.
I know, but John, I live in the country now, and it'll take you 30 minutes to get an Uber.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm up north. I'm not in the Dallas area. I'm 40 minutes north of Dallas. So,
yeah,
you know, I mean,
are you like Denton area?
I'm in Denton's close to me. Yes, it's actually I'm a little bit more east of Denton.
Okay.
Yeah, east north of Denton. Like not much though. Yep, I'm exactly right there. Yep, farmland, baby. You know what? But yeah, you know it's the.
I think I understand the farmland part.
The farmland part, yeah. So when you call an Uber, man, like it could be 5 minutes, it could be 40. You just don't know. You don't know who's up.
I don't think there is Uber where I'm at.
Oh, really?
Hell no.
No? Oh man.
No.
You get to drive out to a main road and get an Uber.
You'd have to go out to like Knoxville or Chattanooga to get an Uber.
I saw. Who was it? Patrick Bet David. He was in the back of an Uber and he's like, hey, he was talking to this kid that drives Uber. The kid drives, he's making, I want to say he's a college student on his downtime.
Yeah.
He's making $200,000 a year driving Uber.
What?
Yep.
How much is he driving?
I mean, he must be driving quite a bit, but he rents a car for $800. He pays what is it? He's like, if I rent the car out early enough, like if I rent it for next month, he's like, I pay $800 for the month to rent it, which is like a car payment, which is cool. But he's like, I rent it and I drive it for the month. He's like, and that's $800 a month. He's like, and that's off the top. He's like, I have my own separate insurance for it, so it just puts it up to about $1,200. He's like, $1,200 a month. He's like, and the rest of it is all profit. He's like, I make about $200,000 a year driving for Uber. I was like, really?
Wow.
Interesting. Makes sense. I mean, it depends on how much you work.
That is. It's all about how much you work and how you interact with people, because it seems to me if you're like friendly, to have some bit of conversation, to have water for people, they're going to give you a tip. You're going to get extra.
You know what you get? You know when you get tips from me?
When's that?
Is like you said, when you have water in the back. But number one thing, if your car is clean,
yeah, as long as you're clean and you're
good, I'm like,
you're nice.
You deserve it.
Yeah,
that's like, to me, it's like I don't need to have conversation. I actually kind of prefer when I get in the car, especially at 5 a.m. to go to the airport. I'm like, don't talk to me. I just want to put my headset on. I just want to go to sleep. You just get me there, right? And there's times I want conversation, but then you don't need to give it to me. It's not your job to give me conversation. But if your car smells good and it's clean in the back, and I can just hop in, you're punctual, whatever it is, and you're straight. I'm 100% giving you a tip. Normally a fat tip. And what I mean by fat is like whatever it is. You know, like if it's going to be a $70 trip, I'm giving you $25 probably, 20 bucks, somewhere in there. Just to feel good. Like it just feels good to be in a good car that's clean, feel safe. You know, just get my ass home. Most of the time, John, we're leaving at 3 a.m. So anyone that gets me home safe and I'm just like, hey, this is the house that I'm supposed to be going to. Cool.
Doing good.
This is where I'm at.
That's it.
All right. Well, hey, we got a lot to talk about, not just outside the fights. We'll talk about the fights in Macau, but let's go ahead and jump right into the main event there, John. What you got?
Yeah, we had UFC from Macau. It was actually, I thought it was a really good card. A lot of really good competitive fights, some big knockouts. Some scary ones, I guess, in the early part, but started off with, Petr Yan going up against Deiveson Figueiredo. I thought this was going to be a good fight. I thought that Yan had the advantage. I, put it out there that, he's the guy looking to come back. Deiveson's looking to continue on with that 3-fight win streak in the bantamweights, proving that, he deserves a shot. I really enjoyed the fight. It had its ebbs and flows, and you could see where the momentum shifted back and forth at times. Petr Yan, for the most part, he just performed very well. He was smart. He was tactical. He didn't take big chances. He didn't make big mistakes. And that's the reason why he got the win against Deiveson. He was just the better fighter, in there. We had more power. He had Figueiredo at certain points confused on what to do. And when you can get your opponent in that position where they're a little bit confused, it's just going to make you better as far as what you're doing. And he fought probably the best fight I've seen him fight since he was champion.
Yeah.
Really. And it was impressive. He's coming off an injury, and the thing is, he's not old. He's,
even though he looks like he's fucking 50.
Oh yeah, he does. He looks, but I mean, Deiveson Figueiredo is older than, Petr Yan. But
6 years older, John.
And you look at that and you go, it's very difficult to be the champion and then lose it. He got the interim, but that didn't work out as far as he dropped the rematch to Aljamain. But it's very difficult to come back and be that champion again. He's got a good shot because he can still fight, man. He's good.
Yeah, look, I'm going to go back on. Let me pull this up real quick. We'll look at the 135-pound division. He's ranked number 3. He's got Umar in front of him. And let's be honest, Umar's only had the one shot against Corey Sandhagen that really catapulted him above Petr Yan. Sure. But let's be honest, people don't want to fight Umar, just like they didn't want to fight Habib, just like they didn't want to fight Islam, just like they don't want to fight the guys out of that gym, because they're like, look, there's a good chance I'm going to lose. I don't want to set myself back. So if I avoid them, and then when he gets to the title, I'll fight him for the title.
Sure.
Which never understood that. Just fight them. Like if you can't beat him then, like what makes you think you're going to beat him later when they're the champ? The better time to try to fight these fighters is when they're on their way up.
Yes.
When they're not, when they really haven't found
Catch
their
them when they're young and they
yeah,
haven't figured out all the answers.
exactly. Peter Yan though is fantastic. He does everything. I thought in this fight, I don't think he needed to take chances. I thought the opportunities were given to him because Figgy is someone that he swings wild. He's very reckless. He's loopy punches. He's very fast, though. For 37 years old, he is very fast.
But all those loopy punches, you saw all those uppercuts.
Yes.
That Jan hit him with, and that was all based upon countering what Figueiredo was doing. And you looked, and you went, beautifully done. But you thought, I would have thought Figueiredo would have figured it out a little bit quicker, but I can't make that same mistake. And he kept making it.
Well, John, it's hard. You can't make that change. Like this is years of Figueiredo being who he is to now like trying to make that change of tightening everything up inside a 5-round fight. It's just not going to happen. Then Peter Yan is that person who's always fought tight with his boxing, beautiful uppercuts, good left hooks, does really good job of switching stances, does a good job of fighting from both directions. But man, his uppercuts were on point.
Ooh.
Those landed clean,
nasty
left hooks.
And boy,
phenomenal.
You have got to, Figueiredo's got a fucking beard, man, because he got hit with some bombs. It was funny because at the beginning of the fight, when he got into the clinch and he did the inside trip to take Piotr, first thing out of my mouth, Henry Cejudo.
Yeah.
I just think it looked like it. Look at Henry Cejudo had the most beautiful inside trip. If he got into a body lock, you knew, and he would hit it, and he would hit it just constantly. And as soon as he hit that, I went, well, that's what training with Henry Cejudo will do, because you just look like him. That was beautifully done.
No, I thought that Figgy had some good moments. I also thought that Figgy got better as the fight went on. Rounds 4 and 5
did. I thought, you know what? If you're going to give one round to Figgy, fourth round, and he actually put him down. He wasn't hurt, but he put him down.
Yeah.
So that was a round that I was like, man, I actually thought in the third, I looked at it and said, Piotr's starting to run away with it.
That's what I thought too. I'm glad you said that.
Fourth round, here comes Figueiredo, and he was fighting better. And I'm like, damn. And that was the round. I actually had it 49-46. They gave it 50-45. I understand. I gave Devinson that round based upon he put him down with a shot. He hit him with, it was close in volume. He hit him with the better power shot. I give it to Figueiredo, but great fight.
I probably would have done the same.
Yeah.
I probably would have done the same. I think I did probably give Figgy the fourth round. It was just, I felt like he was starting to come back a little bit. And then even the fifth was not a far-fetched round. I knew that I gave it to Jan.
No, Jan definitely took it.
Yeah, he won that round. But I'm saying, though, that like Figgy had moments in that round, though, too, that like, wow, he hit him with some clean, hard shots. That's the thing with Figgy. When he hits you, he lands and you can see it has an effect on you. It makes you step backwards. Those are shots that he throws everything behind, but that's also why he gets tired. And so rounds 1, 2, and 3, he looked like he was getting tired. And all of a sudden, round 4, he caught a second wind.
Yes.
He came out. It seemed like a different fighter. I was like, who's this guy? Where's this guy been for 3 rounds? And but it was honestly a way more contested fight than I thought. I thought Jan, after stuffing a takedown or two, was going to start to run away with it. Yeah. And it looked like it was going to happen that way. And then round 4 happened. And I was like, oh, this can be a better fight. And then the fifth round was there too. And I was like, Figgy's having some moments, but obviously gave the round to Jan. But overall, I thought it was a very good fight. The whole fight was good. And there was tons of tools that were utilized. The oblique kick, the outside trip, that little, I don't know what they call it. It's Japanese term for, I don't know, however they do the trip, the foot sweep that Jan does.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Anyways, I heard Laura Sanko try to say,
they were talking Sotogari.
Yeah, something like that. I was like,
that's a major reaping throw. But Devinson was trying to leap into that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then Jan was able to hit it, I think, twice in the fight, one and a half times. Yeah. But I thought overall it was a fantastic fight. For a main event, they didn't look like they slowed down. Round 3, it looked like Jan was running away with it. Round 4 and 5 were good rounds, action packed. If I'm a UFC, I'm thinking, okay, for a main event, great job. You guys did the performance. I'm looking at this status though. You got Peter Yan, you got Sean O'Malley at 1, Umar at number 2, Peter at number 3, and then Corey Sandhagen at number 4. You've got a good mix of fighters in there, right? You've got a good mix of fighters, but Yan, obviously Umar's fighting next for the title. I mean, why don't we see a rematch with O'Malley and Peter Yan? If anyone deserves a rematch,
Oh yeah, especially off of that fight. There's still a lot of people that consider that Peter Yan should have won it. A lot thinking nope, O'Malley definitely won it. So it was a good fight. Make it a 5-rounder though.
Yes, and I also don't think. I think when we look back at that fight, I thought that Peter Yan won the fight. I think you did too.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you? Okay. As I recall, I thought you did too.
Yeah.
I didn't want to speak for you though.
But it was close.
It was
one of those ones. It's like, no, I can understand it.
Got it. But there's some good fights in there. So Figgy will probably stay around, but I wouldn't mind seeing Figgy and Marlon Vera or Figgy and Corey Sandhagen.
No, Figgy already fought Marlon Vera.
Oh,
he beat him.
Right, that's right.
Yeah.
Figgy and Corey would be a good fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, he's in that position where he's skilled enough. He's got enough, physical strength. He's actually not that, as far as he came from flyweight, but he's not small as far as length. He's got, some length in his arm stuff. I think he matches up. Obviously, no one's going to match up with O'Malley and Sandhagen when it comes to bantamweight and their length. But with everybody else, you're looking at, even with Petr Yan. Petr Yan fought, the champ in Merab. He didn't do too well. Merab was able to take him down and control him a lot of the fights. He's got to figure out a way to make that not happen if he ever gets a shot at him again. Then you've got Umar. Well, if Umar goes in there and beats Merab, maybe if you're Petr, you don't have to fight Merab, but now you got another problem in the fact that you got a guy that can wrestle his ass off too and has good stand-up. He matches up very well with Yan.
Yeah, it's a different style of fight, though.
Sure.
It's obviously a lot different style of fight. I think Umar poses some threats to Petr Yan that Merab obviously doesn't. There's more on the feet threats. But it's funny because I think Umar beats Merab, and I'm not speaking from a biased point of view. I just think stylistically the matchup is there, that the explosiveness, the way that Umar is taking this 100% serious, where there's just not – he doesn't take anything for granted. Like he knows that he knows that Merab just wants to wrestle. He's going to be focused strictly on the wrestling stuff and the takedowns, focus on that.